This is our live neighborhood chat. Yeah, I didn't put up a I thank y'all for coming and visiting me today. I'm glad y'all were here. Tell you all that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I will have my neighborhood. Come on in. How are y'all doing? I know I'm early. I changed the time on the live. I just have a busy afternoon, so I had to move the time up. I'm glad to see all y'all here. So, what have y'all been doing? It's cold here in Mississippi. Colder than what we're used to. I mean, it's like 24 at night. It warms up to like 40, 41 or 42 in the daytime. So that's cold for us. It's cold. Man, I got my hair cut and my little fat cheeks are showing. Let's see who's here. There's my SRJ Wildcat. Now wait a minute. My first notice this said the live was at 2. What happened? That's what happened. I changed it. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you were able to make it. It always makes me smile when you're here. And there's my twin Claudette. Hey. I hope you're doing well. I don't have the nurse or the physical therapist coming today. They come in tomorrow. The physical therapist comes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. One of my nurses comes on Monday and one of my nurses comes on Thursday. They got my legs all wrapped up from the end of where my toes are, like back this way. They have my legs wrapped from there all the way up to my knees to try to get some of this fluid off my lower extremities. I'm standing up about a minute and 20 seconds. Like when I stand and I stand alone, like physically just stand up by the sink or something. I'm standing up about a minute and 20. When he first started coming, I wasn't standing up but like 15 to 20 seconds by myself. But I done worked up to about a minute and 20 seconds. Oh, thank you, Claudette. I had to get some of it off. It was just crazy. Hey, April, how are you doing? Welcome in. It's so good to see you all. We have so much to talk about, which we always do, you know. Yeah, it's helping me. It's helping me. But when my physical therapist leaves, I am spent. I am so worn out. Oh, people do not realize when you have a limb on your body that will not move, and then you try to get it to move and you start working it or trying to work it, you don't realize how exhausted it makes you to have to try to make that limb move and it won't. You know, like my right leg, it's exhausting. When he leaves, all I want to do is just sleep. It's like I've ran a marathon or something. And he only stays about 20 minutes. Hey, Helen, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, I hope it gets better, Claudette. It keeps me motivated because when I'm here by myself, it's easy for me to talk myself out of moving because I'm hurting so bad. When you're in pain, you don't want to move. You don't want to exercise when you're hurting. But when somebody's here, you tend to want to, well, I do, well, let me get up and do it. Let me get up and do it. Back, my arm just don't want to work. I don't even worry about it anymore. I know if you don't use it, you lose it. And that is so true. I always heard that my whole life. If you don't use it, you lose it. Well, I could use it then and I didn't think about losing it. And I do my leg exercise. Yeah, at night when I'm either in bed or wherever I'm going to sleep, I'll move my legs up and down, and I'll twist my foot, the one that I can twist. The right leg, I cannot even. I don't have any control over it. I cannot move it at all because of my foot drop. But that's another thing that motivates me. If James is here, I move around a lot better. If my grandbabies are here, of course they keep me going. If my children are here, but if I'm here by myself, I'll sit in my chair for hours and just think to myself, "Oh, I'm hurting. I don't need to get up." I don't self motivate very well, to be honest with you. Well, when it comes to physical activity, I'll just say that. Hey, Laylo, how are you? Can I ask how long you've been in a wheelchair and what happened? Is that something I understand? I have neuropathy. I hate leg pain. I have been in a wheelchair 5 years. I have a autoimmune disease called sarcoidosis that has affected my nervous system, and I have tumors up and down my spine uh, that have affected my nerves, causing me not to be able to walk. Mostly in my pelvic area. If it hadn't affected my pelvic area so much, I could walk, but it'd be painful. Now I've got neuropathy. I've gotten fluid in my lower extremities because I don't move them a lot. They're trying to get that down now. I don't mind you asking. Y'all can ask me any question. I don't mind. I was always very active and busy. I should not be in. I know, Claudette. That's what I say to myself. I never even had a doctor before I got this, except a gynecologist, and that's because I had babies. I never got sick. Never went to the doctor or anything. I get this, and I have a heart doctor, a regular doctor, a neurologist, an endocrinologist, a gynecologist. I mean, I got a handful of doctors now. Neuropathy is very painful. It will hurt so bad. My feet just, they burn and they sting, and it's like needles shooting through them. It's bad. And it seems like it's worse at night. Is what it seems like to me. It's worse at night. So what y'all been doing? Yeah, I am drinking this because uh to get this fluid off, I had to back off one of my medicines because one of the medicines I take causes me to retain fluid. So I had to back off of it. Well, when I backed off of it, it causes my sodium to go low. So in order to get sodium back in my system, I drink because this has sodium in it. I have to watch it though. And if I drink too much, I just have one thing against the other. I mean, I try one thing, it goes against something else that I have. So it's crazy. It all started in 2001 when I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and then everything else started. I know, it's crazy. Hey, Josie, welcome in. Okay, so now is a good time to talk about mine and Josie's uh, show that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be in the evening. It's not going to be during the day. It's going to be in the evening. All right, I don't want to tell a story, so let me see. I think it's going to be around, oh gosh, Josie will have to remind me. But anyway, it's called The Calm Before the Storm. That's the name of the show. Josie has a thumbnail up on her channel. So go over there and check her channel out. Not because we have a show, but because she has a good channel. She's got other things going on. But it's an evening show. I will say, anybody that's in listening to what I'm saying and can hear me, bring a pen and paper, have it handy because you'll want to take notes. I'm excited about it. Oh my gosh, I got a notebook. It's sort of like this right here. This says Faith, Hope, and Love. The one I have, it says Be the Change, or something like that. Then I started taking notes of what we're going to be discussing. And we're going to be swapping, like 1 week. We're going to have it once a month. 1 month it's going to be on Josie's. The next month it's going to be on my channel. So we'll be swapping back and forth. But Josie does auctions. She does junk journal. She makes junk journals. She has sales for junk journals, which is coming up on the 17th. I hope I said that correctly. Josie, you can drop all those or get Claudette to, or whatever you want to do when that's coming on. Josie also has another channel called Josie Cares, which is a very good channel. She has a lot of things there that she talks about, different subjects of things. She has a sale on Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday and Friday, she's on with Pam's Treasures, which is another good channel that y'all need to check out. Pam just come out with a video that she did a junk journal of these kittens for this. It was they requested it. They wanted her to make it. Who she made it for wanted to keep their cards. Like when somebody sent them a card, which I thought was a great idea. I love to keep cards when people send me cards, but I have a box. But I thought it was a great idea to keep them in this junk journal. Yes, ma'am. It seems like more and more people have neuropathy now too. I'm in my 30s and legs swell like crazy and hurt. I hate it. I know it's. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's stuff that we're exposed to now. You know, like all the chemicals. I don't know if it's stuff that we're eating. I don't know what. Because I stay away from processed food. Like people will buy, let's just say, for example, Hot Pockets, frozen pizzas, stuff. See, we don't buy that here in our house. We don't buy stuff like that because it has so much sodium in it. Any kind of frozen food that you buy in the grocery store has a lot of sodium. If you'll look, it has a lot of sodium. That's the last thing I need, is a lot of sodium. I'm so glad y'all come over to visit. Thank you. Don't forget to give me one of these. Hey, Lori. How are you doing? Lori, I've been praying for you. I see that you had a GoFundMe up for, I hope you don't mind me mentioning it, for you and Ray, because y'all going through some difficult times. I'm so sorry. I've been meaning to donate to that GoFundMe. I just hadn't had a chance to do it. I don't want you to think that I hadn't paid attention to it, because I have. But I'm so sorry that y'all are going through such hard times. I didn't know if it'd make any difference if I went on at 11 or 2. Because originally I was going to go on at 2. Josie and I are going to have our little meeting about our show tomorrow night. Later on this afternoon, she and I are going to get together and discuss some things before we go live tomorrow. But I want y'all to come over and just be a part of it because it's going to be really interesting. Oh, I don't know how to do those. Okay, Claudette. Okay. Yes, food makes all the difference. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Welcome in. I'm so happy to see you. My goodness, it's been so long. Cruising Koozies. Hey, how are you? And there's GJ3full. Thank you for coming in. Something good for neuropathy pain. Relaxation techniques, meditation, guided imaginary and mindfulness can help manage stress. Yes. I want to address your question to GJ3full. He asked me a question, and I'm going to get y'all's thoughts on what the question was. Let me get through the chat. Something good for neuropathy pain. Massage therapy can help. Yes. Hey, Steph, how are you doing? Welcome in. Now, Steph has auctions. Mr. Stephanie helps her a lot with her auctions. They have real good auctions. Y'all need to go check her out. If y'all are not connected to the Groves Bargain Emporium, and she also does lives that she takes us different places where they're sourcing, and when she's driving, she'll go live. Check her out. She's really good. No, it's not okay, Lori. I wanted you to know that I was thinking of you and I love you, and I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through. Yes, the diet. Yes. I can hear my wind chimes outside. James just went and got the wood rack filled up again because we've used all the wood in the fireplace that he had brought up from the shed. So we stocked up again for the next week or so. Well, I can forget to sleep because I do not sleep well. I'm feeling blessed. I'm glad I made it to. Yes, amen, Vicky. Vicky, I hope you'll come over to Josie's place tomorrow night when we do our show, The Calm Before the Storm. I hope you'll come over. Thank y'all for being here. Oh, I wish I could get acupuncture. I'm so glad you're putting that in the chat. I've been in the bushes. I hear you. I hear you. Well, I'm glad you came out of the bushes. I know Stephanie and Mr. Stephanie are cool dudes. Staying warm, getting up for an outside trip to UPS today, and roads were one lane yesterday. Oh my. Yeah, stay safe. Thank you, Angie. I hate asking people for anything, but we are up against a wall. Ray does outside work, and the winter is hard. Yes. This winter has been wake me up at 12 every night. Yes, I can relate to that. Okay, so GJ3full wrote a question on my video that I did about entering into 2025, he said, what if there's two people living in the same, hey, Krista, living in the same house, but they don't speak to each other. They live in the same house, but they don't speak to each other. How do you live with that? Which I can imagine it can be tense, like walking on eggshells. If you are living in a home where two people are not speaking. Well, I didn't understand, were they not speaking because they were angry at each other, or were they not speaking because they just didn't have anything to say to each other and they don't have anything in common anymore? Some people live together so long that they just don't talk to each other. I know when I was growing up, I lived in a home where there was my mom, my stepdad, and my three siblings, and we all lived in the same house, but we didn't know each other. We were all just trying to survive. We never connected. It was like we were all living there, but we didn't really bond. Wasn't like we didn't care about each other. It's just we just didn't, I don't know if I'm explaining it right. We just didn't get to know each other very well. It was like we were all searching for something, and it wasn't there at home that we were searching for. And we were just not focusing on each other. We were focusing on survival, I guess you could say. Here we go again. It doesn't matter what time I go live, people start calling me from these crazy numbers. So what would y'all do in that situation if you lived in a house with someone, and maybe GJ Threefold can elaborate whether these people were angry with each other and wasn't speaking, or they just stopped speaking because they had lived together so long and they didn't want to speak to each other anymore. I didn't understand that. Hey, Christina. Welcome in, my sister dear. Christina's got some good short videos out. She goes dumpster diving, and she's got some real good videos out. Some of her findings that she has found in her dumpster diving. And it amazes me what she finds that the stores just throw out and do not want, stuff with tags, crazy. Well, y'all all know that my baby started daycare Monday. And Taylor said he's been doing well. He was so tired when he got home Monday that he went to sleep at 8:15 and didn't wake up all night. She said he did better yesterday. The first day he didn't eat too good, and he was used to being rocked to sleep because I would rock him to sleep and sing to him. And the daycare had to figure out that he wasn't just going to lay on a mat and go to sleep. But Gigi ruined him and would hold him and rock him to sleep and sing to him. So I kind of ruined him. But they rocked him. And once they rocked him to sleep, they put him down. Which that's what we would always do. But I miss him. I miss him so much. But I know it was the best thing for him. Especially now that I have nurses and physical therapy coming in. The timing was just right for him to start going to daycare. And we knew when he turned a year old, I knew that she was going to put him in daycare. I already knew that. But you're never prepared for something like that when you keep a baby from birth until now. Because James and I have grown attached to him, and I just miss him, which I'll see him this weekend. Yes, one or more does often say they don't want for anyone to talk to them. It's me, Angie. I don't know. I did it my entire life growing up. Us all not really communicating with each other. But I was young. But as an adult, if I was angry with someone and we were walking through the house, like James and I say we were in conflict and we were just living here and we wasn't speaking to each other and we were just passing each other, and I don't know if I could live like that or not. Oh, I'm glad Lincoln's doing better now. Gigi, it's hard not to spoil our grand. It is. It's hard. Yeah, my mama was like that with uh Kate. I know your daughter's name, Christina, but I cannot pronounce it. She knew it was time, but she missed her a lot. Yeah, I know the feeling. I watched Colin for from day one until he was 4. Then he went to preschool. I hated that day. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't wait to preschool because if I would wait till Lincoln was 4, I would be devastated to let that little boy go. Hey, sis Robin, welcome in. How are you doing? Too many couples stay together for the children. I don't think that's a good idea because they're still going to argue or not communicate. Kids see and sense all this. I agree with that, Claudette, because when we were growing up, my mom never would leave my stepdad. He was an alcoholic, but he wasn't a angry alcoholic. When he drank, he didn't get mad and hit and scream and holler. He was a mild and meek alcoholic, but still that affects you, you know. And she waited till after we all got out of the house, and then she decided to divorce him. After she would never leave him while we was growing up in it. She waited till after we grew up, and then she left him. Now my baby sister was still at home when she left him, but 3 of us, my oldest sister, myself, and my brother, had left. I keep grandbaby every day. Tomorrow she will be 3. I don't think I can deal with her going to school. Mimi will be there. I know you get so attached to them. The thought of somebody doing something to one of my grandbabies, like if somebody at that daycare mistreated him or was ugly to him, I mean, I would just lose it. Mimo, good morning. How are you? Hi, April. Ella, 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 Ella. Um, Ella is my other sister by another mister, as I call her. She's the one that I do the Keeping It Real show with, and she is throwing it over here on my channel every other week, and I'm going to do the thumbnail, and I'm going to do the thumbnail for Josie and I's show, and I started working on that yesterday, trying to get a thumbnail ready for each show. I don't know, y'all. I've never considered myself slow, like I couldn't learn something. And I've learned more yesterday than I had been knowing about it. But just getting the and I have Canva, where you can go in and you're supposed to be able to, oh, it's easy. Okay. And I got the title in and I got the little subtitle. But now I'm working on getting the little pictures around it. You know, it, I don't know why my brain is just blocked. But I feel like if I keep doing it and I finally get it, it's all going to open up to me. So it's a good thing that we're switching channels. It's going to force me to make thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? Which that's something I've been wanting to learn anyway. And it's going to kind of force me to do it. Y'all go over there and check Ella's channel out. Save Here First. I know she's got some new things in. She got them in yesterday. And of course, she has sales. She has auctions. She's on Johnny's today. His Hump Day auction, Cajun Roots reseller. He has a Hump Day auction every day, and it's today. So she's going to be on there. She's always a guest on there. Uh, she's a like a permanent guest. But check her channel out because she has a lot of good things. I can imagine that it's hard living with someone with both are mad at each other, but one says they don't talk to me. Well, what if you have to ask me, where's the cold drink in the kitchen? Yeah, that's not good. I would be under the jail. Yes. Yes. I would probably be under house arrest because I don't think they would keep me in jail because I would be too expensive because of my illness. They would have to pay for all my medication, house me being in a wheelchair. I would just cost the state too much money. So they would probably put a little thing around my ankle monitor, and that I would be under house arrest. That's probably what would happen to me. My mom and dad used to fight big time, and us kids would all go into my brother's room and cuddle each other until it calmed down. Yeah, it affects children a lot when parents act the way they do. James and I never disagreed in front of our children. I think the first time ever was when Matt came home from college one time, which that meant Taylor was still here and she was up in age, probably a senior in high school. They probably saw our first disagreement. And honestly, if James and I had never had children, we would have never disagreed about anything. What we mostly disagreed about was how we wanted to raise our children, because he was brought up one way with what he believed was right. I was brought up another way, which what I believed was right. And then we had to mesh that together and come up with our own program. But I tell people all the time, if James and I had never had children, we wouldn't have probably disagreed on very much more. And what gets me is people think if they have a child that it's going to help the relationship. No. No, 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 no. Never heard my parents fighting. They went into their bedroom behind closed doors. They did end up divorced, and my mom deeply regretted it. Yeah. Now that's what we did until like our children got older. And I cannot remember. And I know it was something about one of the children that we were having a disagreement about, but I cannot remember what the disagreement was about. My mom wanted to stay with my dad, but she could not because he was violent. We had to leave. Oh, wow. Will not be on today as it's still sorting through from the pallets yesterday. Oh, you're not going to be on today, Ella? Oh, I didn't know. How are you happy with the pallets that you got? Because I know in the past you've gotten pallets that you hadn't really been excited about. You didn't really care. Did you get some good pallets this time? Welcome back, Stephanie. My dad didn't do anything wrong. Oh, okay. You know what's sad is when one parent tries to turn a child against the other parent. You know, like trying to get them to dislike their father or their mother. To me, I think that's cruel. Let me see. my parents would just fight and throw things at each other. They stayed together right to the end. Now James and I have never done that. Throwed and which like I said, we've disagreed, but I'm not a hollerer. I don't scream and holler. I didn't holler at my children. Now I can get stern and firm and you'll understand that I'm serious and I'm not playing, but I won't scream and do all that. But I think it's because my mom did so much of that I didn't want to be like that. You know, she screamed and hollered a lot, and I was like, no. Now James had a tendency to get loud, and I would always tell him, all right, just because you're getting louder than me doesn't mean that you're right. I don't know why people think the louder they get in a disagreement, the more right they are. I don't understand why they think that, because that's not true. And really, in most disagreements, neither party is right. They're just trying to get their way, you know? And then you have the right fighters that if they can't be right, then they'll go to any extreme to make your life miserable or for you to give in to them if they're a right fighter. You know, the ones that have to be right all the time. I do remember my parents arguing in the car on vacation to Florida to visit my dad's brother. Mom wanted to go somewhere else. Now, I have to confess that my children did see James and I get irritated at each other every time we'd go on vacation, because James would drive and he would get upset with me because I couldn't read an atlas. I mean, before I married him, I didn't really know north, south, east, and west. I mean, you can't say to me, all right, go southeast on highway whatever, then go north, then no. You can't speak to me like that even today. You got to say, okay, Angie, get on Highway 51, which I know where that is. Go toward, let's just say, Hazelhurst. Before you get to Hazelhurst, there'll be a blue house. When you get to that blue house, you take that right. Once you take that right, down on the left will be a greenhouse. At that greenhouse, you take a left. Now, I can understand that perfectly. But don't tell me, all right, Angie, get on 51. When you get to such and such road, which a lot of our roads don't have signs, you know, to tell you what road you're on. Okay, you turn on such and such road. Then you go down a mile and a half and you turn such and such way. I can't follow those directions. And I'll admit it. But now that we have GPS, I just plug it into the GPS and I just go. United States is calling me. Exactly, Angie. I was the same way. Didn't get loud because I grew up with that. Yeah. I love going to Miami, though. Yeah, that sounds like fun. They would fight for about 15 minutes, then act like nothing happened. Oh, that would drive me crazy, because how do you argue and then act like nothing ever happened? I don't know if I could do that. When I was younger. Now, when James and I disagree now, it's not like it was when we were younger. We'll just disagree, and then it's like, okay, well, you believe what you want to believe, and I'm going to believe what I want to believe, and we just move on. You know, it's none of me trying to change his mind and him trying to change my mind. No, it's none of that now. No. That is really not that good. I don't know why I'm drinking that. Angie, my grandbaby sees you on TV. She said, Mimi, look at it. It's Gigi. So now she's trying to hug the TV. Oh, isn't that sweet? Hey, baby. Isn't that sweet? Mom was always mad because she was the one that had to register for the motel room. She said Dad was too shy. Okay, I don't know if y'all feel this way, but let me explain something. I learned this after I got married, and anybody that's married in here is going to understand what I'm going to say. If you think you're going to marry someone and they're just going to magically change because you want them to do a certain thing, that is not happening. Plus, you choose who you marry. So, just like Robin's mom probably already knew that her dad was shy. Well, shyness is a big deal to overcome. You know, you can't just overcome shyness. That's not easy. So she already knew that probably before she married him. And he wasn't just going to automatically just change after they got married. I guess what I'm trying to say is you choose the person and then you expect them to be something different after you marry them. And they're not. They are who they are. Now, if they want to change, yeah, they'll change. But they're not going to change for you. Was they both calm down and cool after it was over? But it had already affected the children by the time they blew up and acted all silly and everything. The children were already had been upset and scared, and I remember we went on the glass bottom boat in Florida in the 60s. I enjoyed Florida. I would love to go to Florida right now. I loved the boat, Robin. It was great. My dad was so great until he married my stepmom. That's another thing. When parents get divorced and they marry someone else, that person can turn into somebody totally different. You know, like say for instance, my stepdad divorced my mom. Had he got remarried, he may be a totally different husband to the next person that he marries. Or my mom may be a totally different wife to the next person she marries, you know? My parents grew up together. Their moms knew each other before they were even born. Oh, wow. I was always so extremely shy. Now I'm looking like my dad. Well, I can assure you that I have never been as shy a day in my life. Both of my children are not shy. It looks like my grandbabies are not shy. I know Berkeley's not. But Lincoln may be because his daddy, my son-in-law, he's kind of shy. Hey, Sis Angel, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. How cold is it in your neighborhood? Is it cold up in your neighborhood? Florida is gorgeous. My mama's best friend lives there. I'd love to go back. I know. I just love to go any state, which we love to go to Georgia to Stone Mountain. We've been there several times. We've been up in the mountains in Tennessee. You know, we've been to Gatlinburg. Um, all the up in there, which I love. I would just love to go on a vacation somewhere. Lori said, I'm shy. Oh, it's 20 there, Christina. Oh, let me see what it is here right now. James has got me a good fire going in the fireplace. Hold on, let me see what the temp is. It's 37 degrees right now, and it feels like 32. It's what it says on my phone. And it's supposed to be like this for a week. We're supposed to have these temps for a week. James said there was a chance of snow Friday. We're supposed to get like snow flurries or something here. I don't know. It took a lot for me to sing on Deb's Wood Burning. Wait a minute. When did you sing, Robin? How did I miss that? And when did you sing? And are you singing again? That's the question. Because if you are singing again, I'm going to come over because I usually frequent there sometimes and check in and watch it a little bit and then go back out. I don't know how I missed you. I always believe that opposites attract. If we married someone like ourselves, we'd be quite bored. Yeah, but one thing that James and I do have in common, we're both middle children. And middle children, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. If you're not a middle child, you probably cannot understand this, but we are so headstrong. I mean, it's just crazy. And if James and I agree, we can do anything. We have accomplished so much. But if he and I disagree, whoo, it's not good because it just destroys. Because we're so headstrong. I'm good. It's 21, but Frank has been out. He said it's nice. Great. That may be part of why they both would make it look as though that nothing had happened. Yeah. Lori said it's 30 degrees there. Ray and I are opposites. What you see is what you get. Yeah. For some reason, I got the eye watering thing going on today. It was a while back. Don't hide stuff like that from me. Let people know that you're going to be on there singing so I can come over and hear it. I'm glad you're back, Josie. I'm still we're talking about married people disagreeing and if they argued in front of their children or they didn't argue in front of their children. And if they did, were they loud and hollering and screaming, or was it just like just a disagreement? That's what we were talking about. And the fact that Sis Robin sang karaoke on Deb's Wood Burning channel, and we did not even know it, Josie. Did you know it? Did you know she sang on Deb's karaoke? I did not know. I would have went over there and listened. Lori said, I'm a middle child. I hope the fires are far away from you, Josie. Yeah, I was going to ask that, Josie. Oh, you're not near the fires. Good. Oh, thank you. Yes, don't forget one of these. Hey, Jessica. Are you near the fires, Jessica? I know, Robin. I thought of her too. That's crazy how when something comes on the news and you know someone in that state, you automatically think, are they okay? Are they all right? Oh, thank you, Claudette. It's 43, but it feels like 38 where April is. I convinced Robin to sing that night. I'm glad she did. She sings beautiful. Oh, Lori, you were there? Well, good. I'm glad you were there. I know she should have told us, Josie. I would have loved to have heard it. I think Josie was talking yesterday on her auction about, she was gifted with uh being able to talk a lot and not sing. She didn't have the gift of singing. Well, I don't have the gift of singing. And then Josie talks about this, not a lot, but she's spoken about it, how she didn't talk a lot when she was younger, which that's hard for me to believe because Josie, she talks a lot now. I mean, not in a bad way, but I would have never thought that Josie was shy. I would have never thought that. Or maybe she wasn't shy. Maybe she didn't have anything to say. I don't know. You better let us know, Robin. You better let us know, girl. What song did you sing, Robin? Would we know the song that you sang? What did you sing that night? I'm the second child of 8. I guess there's no middle child when it's an even number, huh? No, they have this book that talks about birth order. And they talk about people that have multiple children, like 5, 6, and 7. And they talk in that book, they talk about how the child perceives themselves or how they act when they're in this certain order, born in what order. Now, of course, when there's 3 children, it's easy to say oldest, middle, and youngest. But when there's multiple children like your parents have had, then you still have a birth order, but they explain it a little different. It's a very good book. Jessica's not near the fire. Oh, okay. Pineapple Flipper. Hello. How are you? I saw you in Dawn and Teresa's I want to show y'all something. Taylor just sent me that. They ride them around in their little they have this little car looking thing that sits like 6 children, and it's like a little train, and they push them around, Has he been crying? Let me look. Hold on a minute. He's looking at her like, I'm not smiling. So, Josie, from where you are, how far are the fires from you? Is Justine near the fires? Justine that comes in the auctions, is she near the fires? I'm number 2 out of 4 kids. See, Robin, I was number 2. Like, it was my oldest sister, myself, my brother. Okay, it was us for a lot of years. And when I was 7, my mom had my baby sister. So I was the middle, like really, really the middle child for 7 years. And a child develops their personality and the core of who they're going to be by the age of 5 or 6. They develop the core of who they are. The Amish try for 7 kids. Oh no. Nope. I mean, hands down, I respect anybody that has over 2 children. You have my utmost respect. You really do. And I don't mean that in a joking way. I mean, like, you really do. Because sometimes I only had two, and sometimes I was thinking, oh my goodness, what was I thinking to make me think that I could have two children? And I mean, that was overwhelming to me at times. I can't imagine 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. My aunt had 6 children. My mom's oldest sister had 6. My mom had 4. And then my other aunt, who is her sister, had 2. And my uncle, which is their brother, he didn't have any children. So it was 0, 2, 4, 6. I'm so glad everybody came in. Thank you. So Pineapple Flipper's doing fine. No, it's about a drug addict. What's about a drug addict? Oh, your song? Oh, did you tell it? And I missed it. Running my mouth. I don't see the name of the song. Puddle of Mud musical group. Never heard of those. Oh, thank you, Robin. I dislike it when wives or husbands say, I've trained him or her to clean well or dress nice. The word train bothers me when you're speaking about, I know. I don't like that either. 45 minutes to an hour for you, or where Justine is from? Los Angeles is huge. Yes, I can imagine. Fire started in the mountains. I'm close to the beach. Oh, got you. Oh, you mean the 51st Memo? Oh my, I can say our prime minister has just announced resigning. I wish we had Trump here. Um, James has been on me, Claudette. Talk to your friend in Canada and see how she feels about her prime minister resigning. Blah blah blah. And I said, next time I speak to her, I will ask her about it. I'm not gonna just go into a conversation on and get, she'll tell me what she thinks, which I already think I know how you feel. I only had an older brother who passed on my birthday last year. Oh, I'm sorry, sis Angel. Yeah. I wish Canada was part of the US. I feel like it will be one day. It may not be in my lifetime. I may my grandchildren may see that day come. I don't think I will, but I feel like one day it will. Oh, Robin, our country is a mess like yours is. Now that Trump's in, he'll fix it, huh? I hope something will change. My grandma had 7 kids and she has passed a long time ago, and I don't talk to them. I'm so sorry, Jessica. Unfortunately, I was only given the gift of one child and had two, but my firstborn died at birth. My doctor told me after Jimmy was born not to have any more. It would be dangerous to me and the baby. Oh, wow. I think in the long run, Canada with the USA would be almost unstoppable. Yeah, I think so. I think that, yeah. We may have followed it all year. It all depends on the news we watch. Some lie, some don't. Yeah. You have to take the news with a grain of salt. Yeah. Okay. This is, I don't like to talk about Y'all not doing anything wrong, but I'm going to say this before I say what I'm going to say. On most YouTube channels, you can't bring up politics or religion because people just have their strongest beliefs set in those two things. But what I don't understand is if you are set in what you believe in those two things, why would you get upset when somebody else has a different belief than you do? If you're okay with what you believe and they're not going to change your mind, what difference does it make if they don't feel the same way you do? I mean, I never understood why people would want to get in an argument over belief system, what they believe in, or politics. I mean, y'all hear that? Y'all hear it? Our siren's going off. I'm hoping that's the test for the month. Yep. They'll announce it in a minute if it's a test. Hey, John. How are you? You did great. You've been doing excellent in the auctions. You have been doing excellent. Like a pro. You've been doing like a pro. I wish the guy would come on and say, this is just a test. Yeah. Well, I'll just be honest with y'all. I didn't watch the news for 4 years. If I found out anything, James would tell me when he would listen to it on the radio, going or coming from work. I didn't even want it in my house. I would tell James, I do not want that in my house. It only brings bad vibes and bad karma, and I don't want it. I'll tell him, John, he's hunting right now. He's got what's today, the 8th? He has got to the end of this month and then hunting season to be over with. Hey, Nora. There's the cool kid of the block. Welcome in. Yeah, I know. We're going to have some good po' boys. I liked it when James took y'all into the little place and bought the po' boys. I like when he did that. I think I'm going to incorporate James more into my channel. He's not shy. He don't mind doing things on my channel, and he has. But I think we're going to, like I'm sitting here talking to you all, I think I want to incorporate him more in the chat. How is Florida? Yeah, how cold is it there, Nora? Getting ready for work and listening. Oh, okay. Have a good day at work, Nora. I don't know why that alarm keeps going on. I agree. Sorry, Angie. Robin had asked me a question. True, Angie. My hubby's friend won't talk to him because of him not liking our prime minister. See, to me, that's just silly. Usually a man comes over the intercom and says, this is a test. This is only a test. He didn't come over the intercom. Hey, Pam, I was talking about you earlier. I watched your video on your junk journal. That was so nice. It was a good idea, too, to put those cards in there. I like that idea. It's cold here, Pam, for us. It gets down in the 20s at night, like anywhere from 24 to 28. Hey, Lisa, welcome in. How are you doing? I watched one of Lisa's videos the other day, and she was taking the fur babies. It looked like they were at a park or this big field or somewhere. She's letting them all run. I don't see how she keeps up with all of them, but it was a cute little video. I try to watch one of the videos on everybody's channel because I want to support everybody that I can. We used to have good conversations with people in the past, but now people can't without extreme hate. I know. What is that about? I don't understand it either because I can, like, if y'all told me who y'all were for as far as politics and I wasn't for that person, I would say, okay, you know, or I just wouldn't get so angry about it. Hi, Josie, and everyone in the chat. So glad you came in, Pam. I leave rooms when politics start. I know, and you know what's so sad? That shouldn't be like that because years ago, like Robin said, it wasn't. I mean, we could, and even with religion, you could speak on that, and you wouldn't have to worry about people getting all twisted and not being able to sit down and have a discussion about it. Now, you don't know who you can have a discussion with about it and who you can't. People just lose it. Those two topics are the main topics that if you want to get a chat stirred up, you start talking about those two things. That's why I don't want to talk about them in my live chat because it's not worth everybody getting all, you know. I love to be informed. In the end, God has control. Yes, absolutely. That's why that's why in my last video I talk about not worrying, that I don't worry. And it used to aggravate James so much because I wouldn't get upset about something that happened and he would worry about it and I was concerned about it but I always had the belief that God was going to handle it. You know, if we just kept doing what we were doing and serving him and doing what we knew that he wanted us to do, I just knew he was going to take care of whatever we were going through. Well, James couldn't understand that, and he would get upset. Oh, you're just not worried about it. I'm the only one worried. Well, now that he's older, he said the other day, I see what you were talking about, not being worried and letting God take care of things. So he has come a long way. Hey, Francine. In a cab headed to the doctor, sending her. Oh, I hope you get a good report. I was thinking about you, Francine. I haven't seen you and Matt. I haven't seen you do an auction lately. And I was wondering about you and was going to get in contact with you and make sure you and Matt were okay. But then I saw the pictures of where y'all went out to eat and y'all looked like y'all had a great time. And I miss you. I want us to talk. Angie, Mr. Stell put radar for Jackson, and it is clear. I'm 45 minutes. Hold on a minute. South of Jackson. So I don't know. Like I said, usually when that alarm goes off, a man comes over the intercom and says, "This is only a test." But I didn't hear that. My sister hadn't texted me either, and she lives about 2 miles or 3 miles from me. Y'all, Francine is a wonderful person. I don't know if she's still doing auctions, but she has been doing auctions, and she is a lovely person, and her auctions are always so good. And her son Matt helps her sometimes. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being. Yeah, it is crazy. Do you remember some years ago when Hawaii had that alert and they didn't tell people that it was just an alert? I'll have to think about that. I'm pretty sure that I do remember that. Lisa, I'm cold, but no need to complain. Nora said, it's chilly here. Okay, y'all don't judge me when I say this. If y'all want to, y'all can. I love the cold weather. I'm sorry. I know some people are just devastated over it, but I love it. I can breathe better. I feel better in the cold. Now, summer, I suffer a lot in the summer with the heat. I can't take the heat anymore. But I guess I would like it less if I had to get out in it and go to work in it. I could just stay in the house and let James continue to build a fire and, keep me all cozy and warm. And of course, I'm going to like it. But I guess if I had to get out in it every day like I used to, I wouldn't like it very much. But I really enjoy the cold. That's probably your monthly test. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But he usually comes over the intercom and says something. James needs to watch the channel called Stale Cracker. We watch him, Robin. We watch him. And when we go traveling to my son's and we go through Kentwood, Stale Cracker has his manufacturing where he manufactures the spices the two-step spice that he uses. His company's right there in Kentwood, which is about 45 minutes from us going south. Once you cross over into Louisiana, Kentwood is not probably 10 minutes from there. And the next time when we go through Kentwood, if James is not driving too fast, I'll show you. It's got a big, huge uh thing of his spice. That two-step. It's got a big, huge thing outside his where he manufactures his spice. Yeah, we watch him. He's good. He's good. James really enjoys him. It's 46 in Seattle. What's the weather in New York, Francine? Back in the day, my mama told me never to discuss politics and who you're voting for. Exactly. I never discuss that with anybody. I never do. I never do. Now, it's not that I'm ashamed of who I vote for. It's just that if you're mature enough to handle the conversation, because I know I am, we can have a discussion. I do not mind. But if you're going to get into the middle of the discussion and you're going to decide that you're going to be angry, then I'd rather not even get it started. Because I know I'm not going to be angry. I mean, I feel like everybody has a choice of who they like and don't like. I feel like that about religion. Which to me, the only thing I'm going to say about religion is man made. God didn't make religion. I either consider that you're like me. I'm a Christian. I'm not people when you go to the hospital or somewhere and they'll say, what's your religion? And people will say, oh, I'm Baptist, I'm Methodist, I'm Presbyterian, I'm this or that. I always say I'm a Christian because all that Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, all that, that's man made. Man come in with that. I feel like you should be free to believe what you want to believe. Because the only person that's going to be able to change that is you. If you want to change your beliefs, that's between you and the higher power. It's not for me to try to get you to change. Now, do I believe that my beliefs are correct? Well, of course. You believe your beliefs are correct, you know? No politics or religion in chat. Yeah. Take pity and move on. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, was you too will give you a call, so much going on. I know, Francine. I don't know if you heard, Francine, but my little Lincoln went to daycare and I won't see him until Saturday. And at least I'll see him more than I see Berkeley and Livy. Livy is getting so big. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can. Matt sent me a picture yesterday. Let me show y'all. I said, you send me pictures of Berkeley all the time. Send me a picture of Livy. Let me show y'all. Look. Matt was holding her. I think he had just got through feeding her. He's the best daddy. I know that he's my son, but he is so attentive to Berkeley and to her. He's just so attentive. Oh my goodness, there's my cousin Bo. Hey cuz, love you. What are you doing today? You know I'm coming to see you soon, right? Oh, but Lincoln started daycare, so I'm free to come over and visit and stay a few days. I hope you're doing well. I love my cousin Bo. I don't blame you, Angie, with the temps that you get. I'd be begging for the colder weather. Yeah, I love it too, but my RSD nerve damage. Oh, I know, April. I get that. Bo's my cousin, April. I know you were talking about stale cracker the other day in the in Josie's chat, I think, and I put in there that I was familiar with him. You trying to stay warm, cuz? Well, we've been burning up the firewood. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, trying to keep that light bill down. Um, Keeping that firewood going in that fireplace. I miss you and Lisa so much. We didn't get to see each other over the holidays. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you all. That's my gambling family. That's where we go to the coast with Bo and his wife. Oh my gosh, we have a blast. And it's about time for us to have another trip. Enjoy with Nami. Well, hello. Where did you hear about the channel? Welcome in, welcome in. That's a loaded question. 43 in Mobile feels like 38. I know families not talking to each other over who they like for prom. Look, we have people here in the States, Claudette, they wouldn't even go to their family's holiday function because of it. I cannot fathom that. Now, if I don't go to my family's function, it's because of something else. It won't be because of who I voted for or didn't vote for. It won't be for that reason. All right, Francine, love you. Good luck at the doctor. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Welcome in. How's your daughter? Is your daughter doing good now? I know what Mike's doing. Mike is stalking Josie. Josie's his little girlfriend. But that's okay. He can come over to my channel and stalk Josie. She doesn't mind. Lincoln in school. He started daycare and Berkeley is preschool. She turned 4 in December. And Lincoln turned 1. And Livy is November, December, 3 months old. I know she has more hair than Berkeley did. Berkeley didn't have that much hair. I'm gonna give you a call, Bo. I'm gonna give you a call and let you know when I'm gonna want to come. When I'm wanting, I got physical therapy coming right now to get my new wheelchair, and I have the nurses coming. So when I get when I get all that under control, and I can miss an appointment or so, and I can come over there and stay a few days. Oh, little Lincoln is such a cutie. Berkeley and Libby, just beautiful. God bless, Angie. So happy for all of you. Thank you, Francine. I love you. I'm confusing myself. Hey, don't worry about that because I confuse myself all the time, Lisa. Gaza, you're more than welcome to come across the Pacific. I would love to. That has always been my dream vacation, is to go to Australia, always. Since James and I have gotten married, and we've been married 37 years. We were supposed to go there on our 20th wedding anniversary. But of course, here it is. We're going to be married 38 years in May, and we still haven't made it there, which is very unlikely that we ever will now with my health the way it is. But, I mean, it could happen. Yeah, he's going to daycare, Lisa. "25 degrees in Southwest Ohio." Wow. She's doing great. That is so good. He said, Josie who? I hope Josie's not in the chat anymore. I mean, I hope she is here. But I hope she doesn't read that message. She'll probably laugh. People are really silly. My family and I don't talk about politics at all. Crazy to be that way about something you don't know. I know that. I mean, I can see maybe if it was a stranger, which I still can't see that. But your own family, you should be able to talk to them about anything. They are like Romeo and Juliet, Mike and Josie. That is so funny, Robin. That's a good example of them, though. Oh, Josie is. Josie is still in. Oh, look here, Mike. Josie who? Look. Here we go. Then he says, my queen Josie. See, that's what he always says, my queen Josie. I'm one political party and the rest of my family is the other, but still love each other, and that's not going to stop. I know it. I know it, Robin. Isn't that, oh my goodness. It's crazy. Life is too short for all that nonsense. I mean, if you have to worry about that, then you don't have enough to worry about. I'm going to tell you. Got out of that one. Yeah, you just barely got out of that one, Mike. You're a smooth operator. I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh, Mike, have you been in Josie's her auction since she got her hair, she put a coloring on her hair. It's a little bit darker now. Have you seen her with her darker hair? I noticed it the other day when we went into the auction. I almost said something about it. And then they were auctioning things off and I didn't. And then she said, "Y'all haven't noticed that my hair is darker?" And I had noticed it, that it was. Josie who? Thank y'all for coming in. I really appreciate that. I've enjoyed y'all so much. I am so glad that I'm getting back to doing these live neighborhood chats and my videos. Y'all, this holiday season has been crazy. We had something to do every weekend, every day, just about it. And the way I am with my illness, if I do something one day, like if we go somewhere, then it takes me 2 or 3 days to recuperate from that. So therefore, that puts me back from doing videos. I would love to do videos every day. Every day. I would love to go live twice a week, which I may start doing that now that Lincoln is back in daycare. Well, he started daycare. He's never been to daycare. I don't know why I said back in daycare. But I may start doing lives twice a week. But I have this thing with Ella and now with Josie. So I am doing more things. Uni Magic, hey, welcome in. Been taking a break, but I popped on to get some smiles. Oh, I'm so glad you did. Angie, today you want to talk on the phone or backstage? I'd rather us talk backstage, Josie, if you don't mind, so I can see your face and we can just talk like I'm talking to Can you set up a link? Because I don't even know how to do that yet. Well, I think I might could. Maybe I could. But I know Josie knows how to do that. I'm going to have to learn how to do that too. I think I just set up a private chat and then copy and paste the link in an email and send it to Josie. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I don't know. I try so hard to buy more jewelry. I try so hard not to. Well, I have been cutting back on it because until I get rid of some of this that I already have, that I will probably never wear. I won't live long enough to wear it. And I don't mind giving it away. I don't mind giving it to my family members, people. I don't mind that. But now I'm more of buying like, okay, I really have really got to want it. Like, yeah, I really want that piece before I buy it. Because I have so much. Y'all can't imagine the jewelry that I have. And the jewelry, ask Bo, I don't know if he's still in here. Every time Lisa and I get together, I bring her a bag of jewelry. And Bo just goes, okay, I'm going to start giving stuff away of mine to James. I'm going to start sending stuff home with him. Wait a minute. I see Steph. Magic is Stephanie. Where Unique's by the creek. Did she come in? That's Terry. You love the blank. Yes. Oh, thank you, Josie. Okay. Oh, please do, Christina. Please do. James asked me, was I going outside today? I said, have you fallen and bumped your head? I'm not going outside. It's too cold. Now, if it snows, yeah, I'm going. But not in this cold. That's great, Christina. It's so pretty not to shovel, just to look at. Yeah. And I love snow, except when it starts melting. when it starts melting, it gets to all that ice and all that muddy. Oh, it's just ugly. Oh, you got to leave, Lori? Love you. Have a good day. I'll be talking to you. Yeah, that's Uni. That's Stephanie. Her name is Stephanie, too. None of the female relatives of mine like jewelry like I do. I didn't really think I liked it as much as I do until I started going into all these auctions. And I think if I worked out in the public, that I would wear statement pieces that they have, which the reason I don't buy the statement pieces is because I would have nowhere to wear them. And only except when I go live on here. But I know it's cold, Uni. I know. All right, Josie. Love you. I'll talk to you this afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for coming in, Mike. We have a few more minutes before I end my live. Okay, Pam. Love you. I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming in. So, what are y'all going to do this weekend? Y'all have anything planned? Snow is supposed to start for us tomorrow around noon. Glad I have no doctor's appointment the rest of this week. Okay, so Uni is in. Are you in Alabama, Uni? Oh, you're going to my. Oh, wait a minute. Is today? No, the 12th is your birthday. You're in Arkansas. I knew it started with an A. Twin. What is your birthday? The 9th or the 12th? Uh-huh. That's on 8, 9, 10. Is that Sunday? Is the 12th on Sunday? Is it? Let's see. No, yeah, the 12th on Sunday. Who all's coming to your birthday party? I had to reschedule a doctor's appointment last Monday because of snow. Missed trash pickup too. Oh, wow. I'm going to sing happy birthday to you, Claudette, early. I bet they are. Hey, Robin, did you see that they had the 10 smartest dogs, the breeds of dogs? Guess what the number one was? Poodle. Poodle was the number one smartest dog, which I already knew that because they say whatever you can teach a 2-year-old toddler, you can teach a poodle. That's what they say. But our little poodle Domino was so smart. So smart. And so I know poodles are really smart. One more year and I'm old age. I have been to the doctor every day again this week. I can do with a break. Oh, Uni, I'm so sorry. All 4 sisters, my mama and my girlfriend, it's a pajama card and games. But oh my gosh, I would love that. That sounds like so much fun. They are numbered too, Angie. Border Collie is number one. Well, the poll that I looked at, it said poodles were number one. Because I went through every one of them, and the Border Collie was, where did I see? It came in there, but it wasn't number one. We must have been looking at two different polls. All right, I'm going to sing Happy Birthday to Claudette. So y'all might want to cut the sound off if y'all don't want to hear me sing, because I don't have a great voice, but I won't see her Sunday. So I want to sing happy birthday to her. And it's only 11 people in here, so it's not too bad. Oh, hey, Cynthia. You're just in time. I'm fixing to sing happy birthday. Yeah, I know what Border Collies are. I know that, yeah, they're herders. Yeah. All right. No, I want to sing to you. I want to sing to you. Because I'm not going to sing tomorrow night. I mean, I know I'll see you, but I want to be able to sing happy birthday. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dear twin Claudette. Happy birthday to you and many more. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic, great, wonderful birthday. I wish I could be there. I would love to be there playing games and being the part of your sisters and your mom being there. I would love it. I'm glad you came in, Cynthia. How are you doing? Cynthia, did I dream this, or are you having another grandbaby? Or did I dream that? I may have dreamed it. I know. What's the weather in Texas where you live? Are you and Christina, the Winning Walk with Christina, are y'all close to each other in Texas? Because I know Texas is a big state. So, I mean, y'all could be close to each other, or y'all could be hours away from each other. Oh, do it in Easter. Yes. What is that? Jocelyn? Jocelyn? Another little girl. How wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, she's 4 hours away. That's not too bad. That's not too awful bad. Robin said, I love Houston. I've been to Houston. I've been to Austin. Where else have I been in Texas? I've been to Houston. I've been to Austin. Cynthia, Diving with Purpose, is having her second granddaughter. Oh, it's 43 today. It's 38 right here, and it's been in the 20s at night. What has it been at night where you are? Has it been down in the 20s or the 30s? Oh, I've been to Galveston too. Yeah, is it the same daughter, Cynthia? The Winning Walk with Christina, y'all got 4 inches of snow, 98% up for Friday. Oh, wow. 4 inches. That's going to be enough to really enjoy it. that's going to be enough to really enjoy it. Yep. I know, Christine. I hope you either go live or you video it for sure. I hope that's what happened. Yes, same daughter. 28 at night. Oh yeah. So how's your mama handling the cold, Cynthia? Is she staying indoors? Yeah. It's but people told me once the first one comes that they just start coming, grandbabies. And right now we should have a break for a few years until Lincoln gets about 3 or 4. And then Taylor and Brent want to have another one. But after that, unless there's a, we didn't mean to do that, unless it's one of those, James and I are going to have 4 grandbabies, which that's double the children that we had. So that's double blessing right there. Busy as ever. You know, old people, I know they can run circles around us. I remember when Houston got a dusting of snow and they canceled school. Oh, just let us get snow, Robin. They will shut this whole, just let our state get snow and they will shut the whole state down. If we get snow here, they'll shut the school down. They'll shut every store down. They don't want you on the road. They'll call an emergency, whatever. James, because he has a 4-wheel drive truck, he will be able to show up at the plant and he'll get hazard pay. So, I mean, I don't know how much that is, but yeah, just let us get snow and everything. People will go to the grocery store and they will sell out of bread, water, milk, toilet paper, anything like that. Just let us get snow. I mean, I'm talking about like a 4 inches like Christina's supposed to get. Our whole state just loses it. I lived there when they filmed Urban Cowboy. Oh, wow. I think I'd probably get a great grandbaby before another grandbaby. Would that be all right? That would be just fine. I know, Cynthia, but Northerners laugh. Yeah, but it's sort of like y'all can't deal with the humidity like we deal with the humidity. And we laugh at you all because y'all can't deal with the heat like we can. And then y'all get tickled because we shut down everything when it snows. They are like that here, complete bread and milk hysteria already. I know, Uni, it's crazy. Yeah, you're right, Cynthia. Yeah, they would melt in those triple digits. Yes. Hey, Suzanne, how are you doing? I'm in Mississippi. I am in Mississippi. Because I'm telling y'all, we're not used to like the weather that we're having now. You know, 30s and like 40 or 41. You have those upper 30s and low 40s in the day and like 20s at night. We're not used to that. We're not used to that at all. And then this morning, hubby stopped by the store to pick up a couple of things for me, and they were out of kitty litter. Go figure, kitty litter. Wow. Hey, Angie, now I understand what you're saying about the snow. Yeah. I laughed when he told me. I would have laughed too. That's funny. It's funny because I'm so used to many feet of snow. I see people panic with a foot of snow. It's mainly because the town don't have all the salt and sand trucks ready because it's not normal for you guys. Right. It's not normal for us. And honestly, we don't know how to drive on snow. We don't know how to drive on ice or we just don't know. And then people get out there and they think they know how to drive on it and they don't. And then we have a lot of accidents and people just need to stay off the road. Well, I got to go to the grocery store to pick up some prescriptions and 2 foot of snow. And bye, Robin. Love you. I'm not going to be much longer. Florida's even. I know, Cynthia. Isn't it crazy? I'm doing well. Looking forward to Angie and Josie's show tomorrow. Oh, yeah. We were just talking about it. I'm excited. I'm supposed to talk to her later on this afternoon and try to get everything finalized. They use it for traction on the road. Hey, Bud Files, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. What have you been doing, Bud Files? I'm real comfortable with driving in because that's what I'm used to. Yeah, you're used to it. You can do it. But here in Mississippi, we're not used to it at all. Now, James can drive in it. You know, he's got that 4-wheel drive truck and he knows how to drive like a decent driver. I know that sounds crazy because on normal days, he tries to drive like NASCAR. But if we were under like snow and ice and all that, he would drive sensibly. I'm used to it. In New Mexico, we actually got snow in the winter. Had to drive in it to work many, many times. Wow. You know, at times I miss driving. You know, I haven't driven in 3 years or over 3 years. But at times I miss it because right now, if I was ambulatory, I would go on the weekends when James was working and I would go see Matt, my son. And I would be with Berkeley and Livy and spend time with them by myself. I'd just get on the road and go. And I miss being able to do that. I miss being able to go shopping with Taylor and you know, going out to eat with them on the weekends, just she and I and Lincoln. Say her come, you know, I go pick her up and say, hey, let's go to such and such restaurant. You know, I miss that. But as far as just the driving part, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I could care less about ever driving. Angie, how's your garden? I already started my peppers and tomatoes. You know, that's funny you asked that, Cynthia, because I asked James last night, was he planning on having a garden this spring? Because last spring, everything started happening. We didn't really have one. And he said, yeah, he was planning on having one. And you know, Easter is in April this year. I think it's April the 20th. You know, last year, Easter was in March. Spring came early. So that meant you're supposed to plant after Good Friday. You know, that's what they say. You plant after Good Friday. And so he says that he is having a garden, but we had potatoes that we grew in a bucket. We had green onions that we grew that they all turned out really good. We had tomatoes in the garden that we had used to have a lot of things. We had those little small cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes. We had a few things, but we're really going to go back to our full-blown garden this spring. I got to get over there and see what you're doing with your garden on your. I used to love those videos that you would do with your garden. Do you still have it in the same place, Cynthia? Do you have it? Because I know James and I have had that one there for many years, and we had to let the ground rest because we had depleted so much of the nutrients out of it. So we let it rest a year, and then we'll go back to it. But we've always had our garden in that one spot out there. Is yours still in the same place? So I think it's funny how hysterical they get in Arkansas. It is. It is, Uni. For inches of snow, not feet. You're right. You would really get a good laugh if you could see Mississippians, how they act. We're giving a garden a rest this year and planting wildflowers just to sit back and enjoy the blooms. Yes. One year I planted sunflowers at the end of my garden, and those sunflowers got so tall. I love sunflowers. And they got huge, and they turned out really good. I got a video on my playlist of our garden, and it shows my sunflowers. I love watching all that CC grow. She has a green thumb. Yes, she does. Yep, some place front yard, but started on backyard now. Still makes huge harvest. Yes, it will for years. Ours, I don't remember how many years we put a garden there, and we would rotate every year. We'd rotate the vegetables that we planted. We wouldn't plant them in the same spot every year. We'd rotate them, and that always worked out good too. When spring starts, it's when it's good time to begin planting. They adjust the calendar to that. Yes, that's what I said. You usually don't start planting until after Good Friday, which Easter's on the 20th, so that means Good Friday's the 18th. Last year, 2024, the calendar was off because of that. Yes. I don't like it when Easter comes in March. It just comes so soon after Christmas for it to be in March. Now, if it's in April, it's like, and it's at the end of April. It's April the 20th. And it's like, oh, good. We got 4 months. And it seems like you finally getting over Christmas and you can have it. But if it comes in March, I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, didn't we just get over a major holiday? Well, I am so glad that you all came in today. I am going to go and get me some lunch and prepare myself for Josie and I to talk, but I'm pretty sure I'll be in some chats and some auctions. I love you all. Thank you for joining me today. Go back and look at my latest 2 videos, and I will be at Josie's tomorrow night. I think it's going to start at 6 Central, 7. No, it's 6 Central and 4 Pacific, I think. But y'all, look at the thumbnail and come join us over at Josie's. Love y'all. Bye, neighbors.